Okay. In previous lecture, we have seen up to the methods of preparation and followed by chemical properties of nitroalkane. We are dealing with the topic, and the name of the topic is compounds containing nitrogen of 12th class. Okay. We have seen its 6 methods of preparation. Before to that, we have seen its definition of nitroalkanes, classification, then nomenclature, and most important part, that is isomerism. Later we have seen 6 methods of preparation, that is nitration of alkane from alkyl halides, number 3rd, salts of alpha halogenous acid, number 4th, oxidation of amine, number 5 from alpha nitroalkene, and number 6, that is from oximes, oxidation of oximes. And we have seen or have started the chemical properties of nitroalkane. In these chemical properties of nitroalkane, first we have discussed very first chemical property, reduction of nitroalkane. And reduction of nitroalkane is done by means of 3 different ways. First, nitroalkanes are reduced into primary amines. Then number 2nd, they are reduced into N-alkyl hydroxylamine, and in 3rd way, they are reduced into N-alkyl that is hydroxylamine and oxime. In first reduction, that is tin in HCl, iron in HCl, or catalytic reduction is carried out. In second way, zinc in ammonium chloride, and in 3rd way, stannous chloride and hydrochloric acid are used as reducing reagent. Okay, this is the previous part. I have revised it. Okay, then we have started second property, chemical property of nitroalkane, and that is hydrolysis of nitroalkane. Hydrolysis of nitroalkane. Nitroalkane hydrolysis. Nitroalkanes undergo hydrolysis and product depends upon their nature. Then we have to see here first primary nitroalkane. Primary nitroalkane, when subjected for hydrolysis, that is, they produces corresponding carboxylic acid. It means that when primary nitroalkane subjected for hydrolysis in presence of mineral acid, that is, they produces carboxylic acid along with the byproduct hydroxylamine. What kind of byproduct is formed when primary nitroalkane is subjected for hydrolysis? Primary nitroalkane gives, that is, carboxylic acid when they subjected for hydrolysis. Okay. Then number 2nd, when secondary nitroalkanes are subjected for hydrolysis, they produces, that is, ketones. These are the secondary nitroalkanes, and secondary nitroalkanes when subjected for hydrolysis, that is, secondary nitroalkanes when subjected for hydrolysis, they produces ketone. They produces ketone. Primary nitroalkane gives carboxylic acid, but when secondary nitroalkanes subjected for hydrolysis, they produces ketone along with the byproduct nitrous oxide along with water. Very simple reaction. Very simple reaction. That is, in this way we have to represent this reaction. Primary gives carboxylic acid and secondary gives ketone when subjected for hydrolysis in presence of mineral acid. Okay. And third one, that is tertiary nitroalkane. Tertiary nitroalkane do not undergo hydrolysis. Tertiary nitroalkane do not undergo hydrolysis. Do not undergo hydrolysis. Okay, that's why by using this reaction we can easily distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane by using its hydrolysis reaction, because primary gives carboxylic acid, secondary gives ketone, and tertiary do not undergo hydrolysis. In this way we can easily distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane. Okay. This is second chemical property called hydrolysis of nitroalkane. Then next number 3rd. Very important reaction, Nafion-carbonyl synthesis. Nafion-carbonyl synthesis. Third chemical property. Nafion-carbonyl synthesis. Nave carbonyl synthesis. Okay. We know that nitroalkanes, mostly primary, secondary, and tertiary, that is, they undergo tautomerization, and we know better the tautomerism is important phenomenon for those nitroalkane which contains at least one alpha hydrogen atom. That is, those nitroalkane which have at least one alpha hydrogen atom, they exhibit the phenomenon called tautomerism. And when such nitroalkane in their isonitro form, when reacts with sodium salt and sodium hydroxide, they produce sodium salt, and this sodium salt, when heated with 50% sulfuric acid, they produces either aldehyde or ketone, and that's why the synthesis in which aldehydes and ketones are prepared by using sodium salt of nitronic acid, and they produce product formed are aldehydes and ketone, and that's why reaction is called Nave carbonyl synthesis. Reaction is called Nave carbonyl synthesis. Why? Because in Nave carbonyl synthesis, nitroalkanes in their nitronic acid form react with NaOH, they produce sodium salt, and this sodium salt, when heated with 50% sulfuric acid, they produces either aldehyde or ketone. Primary nitroalkane, sodium salt of primary nitroalkane gives aldehyde, and sodium salt of secondary nitroalkane gives ketone, and as the aldehydes and ketones are the carbonyl compound which are formed during the reaction, and that's why it is called Nave carbonyl synthesis. Okay. Suppose the example is here. Here is the example of primary nitroalkane. We know better, this is a nitro form. We know better, this shows a tautomerism, and this tautomerism is only possible because of transfer of a proton from alpha carbon to oxygen atom, more electronegative oxygen atom. And as it shows such type of tautomerism, double bond gets shifted here, and we get here such type of form, and this form is called isonitro form. Isonitro form, okay, or pseudoacid form, isonitro form, and this form is called nitro form. This nitro form is converted into isonitro form is because of only transfer of a proton from alpha carbon to electronegative oxygen atom. This is isonitro form, commonly called nitronic acid. This is commonly called nitronic acid. As it is acid, it reacts with caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide, and it produces sodium salt. It produces sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Such type of salt is formed here. Such type of salt is formed. It is called sodium salt of primary nitroalkane. What is the name of the compound? Sodium salt of primary nitroalkane. Okay, this is what kind of nitroalkane? It is a primary nitroalkane, and this primary nitroalkane undergo tautomerism. It produces isonitro form. This isonitro form is also called nitronic acid, and this nitronic acid, being acid, react with NaOH, and it produces sodium salt of primary nitroalkane. Okay, this sodium salt of primary nitroalkane which is formed, sodium salt of primary nitroalkane which is formed when heated with, that is 50% sulfuric acid. When heated with 50% sulfuric acid, undergo hydrolysis, and as it undergo hydrolysis, it produces the compound. When primary sodium salt of primary nitroalkane is there, it produces aldehyde. And along with the byproduct, that is, first byproduct is nitrous oxide, second byproduct is water, and third byproduct is sodium bisulfate. What is the name of the compound? Sodium bisulfate, NaHSO4. Such type of compound is formed, is two molecules are used. We get here sodium salt of such type of compound. We get here aldehyde, two molecules of aldehydes. As the aldehyde is formed as a product, we can call the reaction as a carbonyl compound, because aldehyde is a carbonyl compound. Okay, it means that primary nitroalkane gives its sodium salt when subjected for hydrolysis. Sodium salt of primary nitroalkane, when subjected for hydrolysis, it produces aldehyde. But by using sodium salt of secondary nitroalkane, see here, this is an example of primary nitroalkane. But except primary nitroalkane, we have used secondary nitroalkane, and a sodium salt subjected for hydrolysis, it produces ketone. It means primary sodium salt of primary nitroalkane gives aldehyde, and secondary nitroalkane gives ketone. How such secondary nitroalkane will produce ketone here? This is secondary nitroalkane. Secondary nitroalkane. The secondary nitroalkane, it shows the such type of tautomerism, and we can represent this form in this way. Okay, this form later on shown in this way, and here they undergo tautomerism and they react with corresponding sodium hydroxide. It is isonitro form or nitronic acid of secondary nitroalkane, and it being acidic in nature, react with NaOH and produces sodium salt of secondary nitroalkane. This sodium salt of secondary nitroalkane, being acidic in nature, it reacts with sulfuric acid and undergo hydrolysis, and they produces ketone. They produces ketone. It means what are formed here? Ketones are formed. It means sodium salt of primary nitroalkane gives aldehyde, while sodium salt of secondary nitroalkane gives ketone when subjected for hydrolysis, and this synthesis is called Nappe-Carbonyl synthesis. What is name of the synthesis here? We can call it as Nappe-Carbonyl synthesis. Okay, this is the third chemical property. Now number fourth one. It is important question regarding CET point of view, because sometime the question is likely to ask the sodium salt of primary nitroalkane will produce, or which of the following compound will produce ketone on hydrolysis. Then such type of questions are likely to be asked in entrance exam. Okay, then number fourth one, halogenation. Halogenation. Depending upon either alpha hydrogen atom, or that is whether given nitroalkane will carry alpha hydrogen atom or not, these nitroalkane show the another reaction, and reaction is called halogenation reaction. This reaction mostly depends upon whether there is presence of alpha hydrogen or not. That is, nitroalkane which do not have alpha hydrogen atom, they do not undergo halogenation. Okay, first we can see about the halogenation reaction for primary nitroalkane. Halogenation reaction of primary nitroalkane. Suppose another first example is here. This is a primary nitroalkane, and when primary nitroalkane is treated with halogen like bromine or chlorine in alkaline medium. What kind of medium? Alkaline medium. Depending upon number of alpha hydrogen atom, that is, these hydrogens are replaced by halogen atom, and we get here halogen substituted nitroalkanes. And this product, nature of product formed depends upon number of alpha hydrogen atom. You know better, it contains 2 alpha hydrogen atom, and that's why these 2 alpha hydrogen atoms are replaced one by one. It means in the first step they produces monobromo nitroalkane, that is monobromo nitroalkane, along with the byproduct H2O and NaBr. What kind of product is formed? H2O and NaBr. How? One of the bromine get attached to that alpha carbon, remaining bromine along with sodium will produce NaBr, and this OH group along with this H, it will produce water. It means primary nitroalkane containing 2 alpha hydrogen atom, it will produce, that is, monobromo derivative, as well as it also produces dibromo derivative also, because it contains 2 replaceable alpha hydrogen atom. It has how many alpha hydrogen atom? It has 2 alpha hydrogen atom, and that's why that is monobromo as well as dibromo derivatives are formed during the reaction. Monobromo as well as dibromo, being primary in nature and carrying 2 alpha hydrogen atom, it produces monobromo as well as dibromo derivative. Very simple one. Another example, suppose nitromethane is there. In case of nitromethane, there are 3 alpha hydrogen atoms present on alpha carbon, and 3 alpha hydrogen atoms are present at carbon. These all 3 alpha hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 chlorine atom, and we get such type of product, trichloronitromethane. What is name of the compound? Trichloronitromethane, along with the byproduct NaCl and 3 water molecule. The product which is formed trichloronitromethane, it is commonly called chloropicrin and mostly used as a powerful explosive. And that's why which of the following nitroalkane will produce trihaloderivative? The example is nitromethane. Its example is nitromethane because it has 3 alpha hydrogen atom, and these 3 alpha hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 chlorine, and that's why we can get here such type of trichloro substituted derivative. Okay. Suppose we use a secondary nitroalkane. You know better, in case of secondary nitroalkane, there is only one replaceable, or we can say alpha hydrogen atoms is present, and this alpha hydrogen atom is replaced by halogen atom. It means that secondary nitroalkane containing only one alpha hydrogen atom it produces only mono halo derivative, either bromo or chloro derivative. Nature of product depends upon either presence or absence of, that is alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, in this case, in case of secondary nitroalkane, only one alpha hydrogen atom is present, and as it contains only one alpha hydrogen atom, it produces only one bromo derivative. Okay, tertiary nitroalkane, they do not carry any alpha hydrogen atom. Tertiary nitroalkane do not carry any alpha hydrogen atom, and that's why they do not undergo halogenation. This indicates that except nitromethane, primary produces mono as well as a dihalo derivative. Secondary produces only mono halo derivative, while tertiary do not produce any halo derivative. It means they do not undergo halogenation, and that's why you can easily distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane by using the reaction called halogenation. Primary gives mono as well as a dihalo derivative, secondary gives only mono halo derivative, while tertiary do not undergo halogenation as they do not have alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, this simple method, this is simple distinguished reaction, it is called halogenation reaction. Okay, the number fourth, reaction with nitrous acid. Reaction with nitrous acid. Important reaction, used many times in entrance as well as in case of theory point of view. The reaction is asked many times to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane. First, action on primary nitroalkane. Okay, primary nitroalkane being carrying 2 alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, that is we have to see here the reaction of nitrous acid with primary nitroalkane. They react with nitrous acid as they have alpha hydrogen atom which is acidic in nature, and that's why this H plus will combine with OH minus ion and it produce water molecule, and NO group get attached here. NO group get attached here, that alpha carbon, and we get here nitroso derivative. What kind of derivative is formed? Nitroso derivative is formed, and we get here such type of product. Very simple reaction here. Okay, along with water is formed. It's called nitroso derivative because hydrogen atom is replaced by NO group. This H and OH get combined, we get here water, and nitroso group get attached to alpha carbon atom, and we can call nitroso derivative. Okay, this nitroso derivative which is formed, which shows tautomerism. What is the reason behind it that it shows tautomerism? It is because it carries alpha hydrogen atom. This alpha hydrogen atom get transferred to that oxygen atom, and double bond between nitrogen and oxygen is shifted between nitrogen and carbon, and that's why they show the phenomenon called, that is a tautomerism. They show what kind of phenomenon? They show the phenomenon called tautomerism. Okay, how can we represent this reaction? That a double bond gets shifted between carbon and nitrogen, and this oxygen hydrogen atom gets shifted to that oxygen atom, and this form is called nitronic acid form, and which this solution is converted into blue color, and that's why we can call blue solution. See here, how such blue color solution is formed? Because primary nitroalkane react with nitrous acid, produces nitroso derivative of primary nitroalkane. This nitroso derivative shows tautomerism because it has alpha hydrogen atom. This alpha hydrogen atom is get transferred to more electronegative oxygen atom, and solution turns blue in nature or blue in color. This solution, blue color solution which is formed, it is a nitronic acid form. It is in nitronic acid form, and that's why this nitronic acid is nitroso derivative nitronic acid is formed, which combines with that is NaOH. It combines with NaOH, and generally there is conversion of the color. We can say the color is formed is called red color. Red color. What kind of color is formed? A red color is formed. Okay, it means that first we get a blue color solution which reacts with NaOH and it produces a red color. It means that primary nitroalkane produces blue as well as a red color solution when react with nitrous acid. Okay, we can easily distinguish primary nitroalkane because it produces what kind of color? First, it produces blue solution. This react with NaOH and it produces a red color. Okay, then next number. Secondary nitroalkane. Suppose we use a secondary nitroalkane and this secondary nitroalkane react with nitrous acid, it also produces this nitroso derivative. Okay, this hydrogen atom combined to OH group, and that's why hydrogen atoms are completely replaced here. There is no any alpha hydrogen atom present on carbon atom, and we get a such type of derivative. We get such a type of derivative. And as the nitroso form, or you can say a nitroso form which is formed, which do not have alpha hydrogen atom, and as do not have alpha hydrogen atom, it do not show tautomerism. It do not show tautomerism, and that's why the solution, the nature of color of the solution remains as a blue in nature. That is, it produces blue solution. And blue solution compound which is formed do not react with NaOH because it do not have alpha hydrogen atom, doesn't show that is tautomerism, and that's why reaction is restricted up to formation of what kind of color? Up to blue color solution. And that's why the reaction is in secondary nitroalkane, they produces blue color solution. Primary gives blue as well as red color solution, but secondary nitroalkane, they produces only blue color solution, and that's why we can easily distinguish between primary and secondary nitroalkane. Then tertiary nitroalkanes. Tertiary nitroalkane, they do not react with nitrous acid because they do not have a replaceable hydrogen atom. Tertiary nitroalkane do not react with nitrous acid because they do not have alpha hydrogen atom. They do not have alpha hydrogen atom. That's why we can write here no reaction. We can easily write there is no reaction because tertiary nitroalkane, they do not have a replaceable hydrogen atom, and that's why there is no reaction. It is very important reaction because we can easily distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane, because primary gives blue color, the first react with NaOH to produce a red color, secondary gives only blue color solution, and tertiary do not react with nitrous acid. And that's why we can easily distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary nitroalkane by using nitrous acid. It is important reaction by using reaction of nitrous acid with, that is, nitroalkanes. Okay, the last reaction, number 6th one. Condensation with aldehydes and ketones. Number 6th reaction, condensation with aldehydes and ketones. Condensation with aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones. Condensation with aldehydes and ketones. Okay. Reaction similar to aldol condensation. We have already discussed aldol condensation reaction is only possible for those carbon compounds which have alpha hydrogen atom. In the same way, nitroalkanes possessing one or more alpha hydrogen atom, they can easily condense with, that is, aldehyde ketone in alcoholic solution or alcoholic medium. Okay, when react alcoholic medium, it means alkali used kevachan in alkali, that is alcohol, in presence of alcohol. This reaction is similar to aldol condensation reaction. Okay, for example, suppose we used acetaldehyde, and when this acetaldehyde react with nitromethane, the compound is here, nitromethane. Nitro group which is attached to the carbon atom is alpha carbon, and this hydrogen atom present on alpha carbon is called alpha hydrogen atom. This alpha hydrogen atom get migrated towards carbonyl oxygen. At the same time, alpha carbon get attached to that carbon atom when reaction is carried out in, that is, alcoholic solution. It means ethanol and KOH. Ethanolic KOH we can use, and we get here such type of condensation reaction. Very simple one. CH3 here we can write here OH group, then H, because this hydrogen get migrated to that oxygen, and CH2 group directly attached to that carbon atom. That's why we can easily write CH2 and NO2. This compound being unstable decomposes to produce water molecule. It decomposes to produce water molecule because this H and OH get combined to form water, and we get a such type of unsaturated nitroalkene, or you can say alpha nitroalkene. What kind of product formed? Alpha nitroalkene is formed because intermediate compound is unstable, loses water molecule, and converted into alpha nitroalkene. It is converted into alpha nitroalkene. Okay. Besides to this, suppose you used another example, that is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. When this benzaldehyde react with, suppose, nitroethane, and in case of nitroethane, which hydrogen is said to be the alpha one, which is present on alpha carbon, very recent to that nitro group, and that's why we can call it as alpha hydrogen atom. This alpha hydrogen atom containing carbon will get attached to carbon, and alpha hydrogen atom get migrated to that oxygen atom. Reaction is carried out in this way. What happens in this reaction? That is C6H5, then alpha hydrogen atom get migrated to that oxygen atom, and we get a such type of product here, CH, then CH, because one of the hydrogen atom get attached to oxygen. This only alpha carbon atom get attached to carbon, not beta. Only alpha carbon get attached to carbon, not beta, and that's why CH group will form a new bond with that carbon atom, and remaining portion methyl group will remain as a branch. It will remain as a branch, and that's why we can easily write the reaction. Okay, this is the condensation reaction between nitroethane and benzaldehyde. You know better? Nitroethane, it contains two alpha hydrogen atom. Out of these, one get migrated to that oxygen, and this carbon atom attached to that carbon. And that's why aldehyde ketones, we can say nitroalkanes containing alpha hydrogen atom, they can easily condense with aldehyde ketones. But tertiary nitroalkane do not have any alpha hydrogen atom. They do not condense with aldehyde ketones. They do not show such type of condensation reaction. This is simple about the chemical properties of nitroalkane. Okay, very simple one. We have started about the compounds containing nitrogen, and this topic we have to see here three organic compound which contains nitrogen. First, nitroalkane, second, amines, and third, diazonium salt. We have finished first nitroalkane. We have seen its definition, then nomenclature, isomerism, classification, as well as methods of preparation, 6 methods of preparation, and its 6 chemical properties. These 6 chemical properties are easier one. First chemical property, reduction. Second one, hydrolysis. Number 3, naive carbonyl synthesis. Number 4, that is halogenation. Number 5, that is reaction with nitrous acid. And number 6, condensation with aldehyde ketones. Okay, in this way, we have finished about the chemical properties, as well as we can say nitroalkane. Then compound number 2, amines. We have finished first compound which contains nitrogen, that is nitroalkane. I'm going to start the second compound which contains nitrogen, that is amines. second organic compound which contain nitrogen, and this compound is called amines. Okay, then its definition. First definition. Organic compound containing, or you can say, when one or more hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by one or more, that is alkyl or aryl group, resulting compounds are called amines. But correct definition is there. Amines are the organic derivative of ammonia. Amines are the organic derivative of ammonia in which one or more hydrogen atom of ammonia are replaced by one or more alkyl or aryl group. And that's why the compounds are called, that is, amines. Okay, we know better. In case of ammonia, there are 3 hydrogen atoms, and when such hydrogen atoms are replaced by 1 or 2 or 3 alkyl group, or sometime aryl group, alkyl or aryl group, either alkyl or aryl group, then resulting compounds are called amines. They may be either primary, secondary or tertiary amines. Definition is very simple. When, or we can say, amines are organic derivative of ammonia in which one or all 3 hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by 1 or 3 alkyl or aryl group. That's why these amines, these compounds are called amines. They are what kind of derivative? These are the organic derivative of amines. These are the organic derivative of amines. Okay. Then next number, classification of amines. Depending upon how many hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced, these amines are classified into 3 different ways. They are classified into 3 different ways. That is primary amines, secondary amines, and tertiary amines. Depending upon how many hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by, that is, alkyl or aryl group, these amines are classified as primary, secondary, and tertiary. When one of the hydrogen atom of ammonia is replaced by only one alkyl or aryl group, that is, resulting compounds are called primary amines. Resulting compounds are called primary amines. When one of the hydrogen atom of ammonia is replaced by one alkyl or aryl group, compounds are called primary amine. Okay. In case of primary amine, the functional group present is called amino group, or you can say amino group. What is name of the functional group present in primary amine? The functional group present in primary amine is called amino group. Okay, very simple one. When 2 hydrogen atoms of ammonia, are replaced by 2 alkyl or aryl group, the resulting compounds which are formed are called secondary amines. These compounds are called secondary amines. That's why these compounds are nothing but they are secondary amines. And how such amines are formed? These amines are formed by replacement of 2 hydrogen atoms of ammonia by 2 alkyl or aryl group, and that's why they are called secondary amines. The functional group present in secondary amine is called imino group. It's called imino group. What kind of functional group is present in secondary amine? It is called imino group, and it is written as a NH group. Divalent nitrogen atom is shown here, which indicates its name is secondary amine. Then tertiary amines. When all 3 hydrogen atoms of ammonia, when replaced by 3 alkyl or aryl group, resulting compounds are called tertiary amine. You know better, in case of ammonia, there are 3 hydrogen atoms, and when all 3 hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by 3 alkyl or aryl group, 3 alkyl or aryl group, functional group present in tertiary amine. Functional group present in tertiary amine is called tertiary nitrogen. It is called tertiary nitrogen. Functional group present in tertiary amine is called tertiary nitrogen. What kind of functional group present in primary amine? Amino group. In case of secondary amine, imino group, and in case of tertiary amine, that is tertiary nitrogen. Okay, this is the first way of classification. This classification based on how many hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by either alkyl or aryl group. When one hydrogen atom is substituted, we get primary. When second hydrogen is substituted, secondary. And all three hydrogen atoms are substituted, we get here tertiary amine. The next number is another classification is also based on whether the given alkyl or aryl group are same or different. When alkyl or aryl groups are similar, we can call symmetrical amines, and when they are different, they are called unsymmetrical amines. It means that the second classification is also done. And this classification based on nature of alkyl group, either same or different. That is symmetrical amines. Symmetrical amines are also called simple amines. Simple amines. In case of symmetrical or simple amine, when all hydrogen atoms, suppose another example is here, there is a secondary amine, and secondary amine contains two same group, and that's why we can call symmetrical secondary amine. When tertiary nitrogen is here, and in case of tertiary nitrogen, in case of tertiary amine, when all three alkyl groups are same, then we can call symmetrical tertiary amine. What are the symmetrical amines or simple amines? In case of symmetrical or simple amine, when hydrogen atoms are replaced by same alkyl or aryl group. Suppose we can give the example of that amine. It is called diphenylamine. Diphenylamine is what kind of amine? It is symmetrical secondary amine, because two hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by two phenyl group. This is a tertiary symmetrical amine, secondary symmetrical amine. This is also secondary symmetrical amine. Then what's about unsymmetrical amine? Second classification is second way of amine is unsymmetrical. When the hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by different alkyl or aryl group. For example, suppose in case of nitrogen, when one of the alkyl group is methyl and another is ethyl, then we can call it as an unsymmetrical amine. Its name is ethyl methyl amine. What is name of the amine? Ethyl methyl amine. Ethyl methyl amine. When one of the alkyl group is here and another is aryl group, it is called methyl phenylamine. Amine is called methyl phenylamine. Methyl phenylamine. Suppose tertiary amine is here, and in case of tertiary amine, the hydrogen atom of that ammonia are replaced by first ethyl group, second methyl group, and another one is phenyl group. It means that all three substituents are different one, and that's why they are called unsymmetrical tertiary amine, and its name is ethyl methyl phenylamine. All are the examples of unsymmetrical. They are also called mixed amines. They are also called unsymmetrical or mixed amines. In this way, we can easily classify amines by means of two different ways. First way is based on how many hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by alkyl or aryl group, and second classification based on whether the given alkyl or aryl groups are same. When they are same, we can call symmetrical amine. When they are different, we can say unsymmetrical or mixed amine. This is a simple classification of amines. Classification of amines. Then nomenclature of amines. Nomenclature. Nomenclature of amine is done by means of two different systems. Nomenclature is brought about by means of two different ways. First is called common or trivial system, and second one is called IUPAC system. IUPAC system. It means that amines are given the names by using how many methods? Two methods are mostly used for the nomenclature of amines. Common or trivial system, and second one is called IUPAC system. Okay, first we can discuss about the common or trivial system. Common or trivial system. In case of common or trivial system, the amines are named as alkyl amine. R is said to be the alkyl group, and NH2 group is said to be the amine group. Okay? It means these amines are called alkyl amine. When secondary amines are there, they are called, when the same alkyl groups are here, we can call dialkyl amine. Dialkyl amine. And when different alkyl groups are there, same alkyl groups if present, we can call dialkyl amine. When different alkyl groups are present, then they are called alkyl amine. Alkyl amine. Different alkyl groups. Different alkyl groups. In this case, one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by alkyl group, that's why we can call alkyl amine. In this case, two hydrogen atoms are replaced by same alkyl group, that's why they are called dialkyl amine. When in this case, one of the alkyl group is different from the remaining one, that's why this is called alkyl amine. It is called alkyl amine. In case of tertiary amine, when all three hydrogen atoms, alkyl groups are same, then they are called trialkyl amine. Trialkyl amine. Okay? We can discuss nomenclature of primary amine in IUPAC in common system in detail. Primary amines in common system, they are called alkyl amine. Primary amines in common system, they are called alkyl amine. First two members, those containing one carbon atom and those containing two carbon atom, they are respectively called methyl amine and ethyl amine. Methyl amine and ethyl amine. Ethyl amine, in this way. Primary amines in common system, they are called alkyl amine. First two members, those contain one carbon atom is called methyl amine. Second one is called ethyl amine. But in case of higher amine, those containing three or more carbon atoms, their names are given by using 5 different type of prefixes. In order to name the amines which contain 3 or more carbon atom in common system, 5 different type of prefixes are used. First prefix is normal. Second is iso. Then third one is nuo. And that is fourth one secondary. And fifth one tertiary. It means that in order to name primary amines in common system, those containing 3 or more carbon atoms, 5 different type of prefixes are used: normal, iso, nuo, secondary, and tertiary. Then we can see about the normal. Normal type of prefix is only possible for those amine which contain 3 or more carbon atoms. And in this system, the amine must contain 3 or more carbon atom, and all carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain. In this case, it contains 3 carbon atoms, and these 3 carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain, and that's why this amine is called N-propyl amine. N-propyl amine. When one of the carbon atom get increased, the amine is called N-butyl amine. Amine is called N-butyl amine. It means normal type of prefix is only possible when compound is in straight chain and contains 3 or more carbon atom. Examples are N-propylamine and N-butyl amine. Okay, number 2, iso. Iso type of prefix is used when one of the carbon atom on the second last carbon, hydrogen atoms of the second last carbon atom get replaced by methyl group. See here. The amino group which is attached with carbon atom is numbered as 1, and from that carbon atom, as the numbering is done, second carbon is said to be the second last or last but one. In this case, third carbon atom is said to be the second last or last but one. It means that when one methyl group is present on second last carbon atom or last but one carbon atom, then iso type of prefix is used. Iso type of prefix is used when one methyl group is present on second last carbon atom or last but one carbon atom. Then what kind of prefix is used? Iso type of prefix is used. To count the total number of carbon atoms, there are 4 total number of carbon atoms are there. And what kind of prefix is used? Iso. We can call iso. 4 carbon containing alkyl group is called butyl, and what is the functional group amine? That's why name of amine is called isobutylamine. In this case, second last carbon atom or last bottom carbon atom contains one methyl group. Count total number of carbon atoms. Here total number of carbon atoms are 5. What kind of prefix is used? Iso. Total carbons are 5. That's why group is called pentyl. And what kind of functional group is here? Amine. Name of the compound is isopentylamine. It indicates iso type of prefix is only possible when second last carbon atom contains one methyl group. Then number third, nuo. Nuo type of prefix is possible when second last carbon atom contains two methyl group. You know better? When one methyl group is present, we can use the prefix iso, but when we attach two methyl group on second last carbon atom, we use nuo type of prefix. Count total number of carbon atoms. Here, total number of carbon atoms are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What kind of prefix is used? Nuo. 5 carbon containing alkyl group is called pentyl. And what kind of functional group is present? Amine. That's why its name is nuopentylamine. Its common name is nuopentylamine. In this case, when we attach, that is another 2 methyl group on second last carbon atom, then total number of carbon atoms are 6. Prefix used is nuo, and its name is nuohexylamine. Its name is nuohexylamine because 1, 2, 3, 4, third carbon is said to be the second last, and it contains 2 methyl group. When 1 methyl group is present, we can call iso. When 2 methyl groups are present, we can call nuo. Total number of carbon atoms are 6. That's why name of the compound is called nuohexylamine. Its name is nuohexylamine. The simple one: normal, iso, and nuo. Then about secondary and tertiary. Secondary and tertiary type of prefixes are used only when given amino group is present on secondary and tertiary carbon atom respectively. When secondary type of prefix is used, secondary type of prefix is used only when functional group amino group is present on secondary carbon atom. You know better what is the secondary carbon atom? The carbon atom which is attached to another 2 carbon atom. That's why the nature of carbon is said to be the secondary. And to that secondary carbon atom, when amino group is present, the amine is called secondary propylamine. What is name of the amine? Secondary propylamine. Secondary propylamine. In this way. When we have written here a straight chain 4 carbon containing amine compound, and when attached to one amino group to secondary carbon atom, total number of carbon atoms are 4, but nature of carbon atom is secondary, and that's why the name of the amine is secondary butylamine. Secondary butylamine. What is name of the amine? Secondary butylamine. Then when secondary type of prefix is used, secondary type of prefix is used only when that is given amino group is present on secondary carbon atom. Its name is secondary butylamine. Then last one, tertiary amine. Tertiary. Tertiary type of prefix is used when a functional group is present on tertiary carbon atom. What is meant by tertiary carbon atom? Here, what happens here? The amino group which is attached to the carbon atom, this carbon is again attached to 3 carbon atom, and that's why the nature of carbon is a tertiary, and to that tertiary carbon amino group is attached, and that's why compound is called tertiary amine. And that's why how many carbon atoms are here? 4 carbon atoms are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why its name is tertiary butylamine. Its name is tertiary butylamine. In this case, total number of carbon atoms are 5. Here, see here. Amino group which is attached to that carbon atom, this carbon atom is again attached to another 3 carbon atom. Another 3 carbon atom. 1, 2, 3. But total number of carbon atoms are 5. And the nature of carbon is tertiary. And that's why its name is tertiary pentylamine. What is name of the compound? Tertiary pentylamine. What is name of the compound? Tertiary pentylamine. In this way. Okay. These are the common names mostly used except to these common names, some of the compounds are also known in common system. Some of the amines are also known in common system, and they may mostly includes, that is, we can say CH2 double bond CH and CH2 NH2 group. The amine is called allyl amine. Allyl amine. Second, C6H5 CH2 NH2. Amine is called benzyl amine. Benzyl amine. All are the primary amines. All are the primary amines. Okay. Then secondary and tertiary amine, we can discuss some examples of secondary as well as tertiary amine in common system. Suppose secondary amine is here. You know better, secondary amines are of two types, symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical. When both alkyl groups are similar, we can call dialkyl amine, that is a dimethyl amine. When they are different, when these two alkyl groups are different one, then according to alphabetical order, it will become ethyl methyl amine. Ethyl methyl amine. Ethyl methyl amine. When both alkyl groups are different one, in case of tertiary amine, all three alkyl groups are different one, they are arranged according to their alphabetical order, and the name of the amine become benzyl ethyl methyl amine. Benzyl ethyl methyl amine. It means that depending upon nature of alkyl group, either same or different, the tertiary, secondary as well as primary amines are named in common or trivial system. They are named in common or trivial system. Okay. Correct.